countries. We'll make our own. That's not the party. That's NATO imperialist military pact. We can play that game too. Oh yeah? And what are you gonna? He has nukes now. I guess we solve this the old-fashioned way. You mean? That's right, baby. Proxy war! Time for the secret weapon. Okay, Pig. We'll democratize. Give people more freedom. So, can you chew on the rhetoric a bit? Never! Commies never sleep. They never eat. They're the greatest evil of our time. Classic USA.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Najah binti Anas, 072142. Today I want to talk about Cold War, a tale of two superpowers. The Cold War was a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union and their respective allies, the Western Bloc and the Eastern Bloc. The term Cold War is used because there was no large-scale fighting directly between the two superpowers, instead engaged in a war of trade. But they each support opposing sides in major regional conflict known as proxy war. The conflict was based on the ideological and geopolitical struggle for global influence by these two superpowers, following their temporary alliance and victory against Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan in 1945. The Western Bloc was led by the United States, as well as a number of other First World nations that were generally liberal democratic but tied to a network of often Third World authoritarian states, most of which were the European powers' former colonies. The Eastern Bloc was led by the Soviet Union and its Communist Party, which had an influence across the Second World and was also tied to a network of authoritarian states. The beginning of the Cold War was a result of the ideological differences between the two superpowers, the Soviet Union and the United States. The mutual distrust between them led to an arms race and a competition for global dominance. The Cuban Missile Crisis was the closest the world ever came to nuclear war. In 1962, the United States discovered that the Soviet Union was installing nuclear missiles in Cuba, a mere 90 miles from Florida. President Kennedy and Soviet Premier Khrushchev engaged in a tense standoff that ultimately resulted in the removal of missile installations from Cuba. Next is the arms race. The arms race was a competition between the United States and the Soviet Union, as they both sought to have more superior weapons than each other. The arms race led to advancement in nuclear, chemical, and biological weapon technology, which further intensified tensions between the two superpowers. The space race was a significant event of the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. The superpowers compete to be the first to reach space and lead to various technological advancements like the first satellite, animal, and human in space. The Berlin Wall was a physical and ideological barrier that divided East and West Berlin from 1961 to 1989. Its construction was ordered by the Soviet Union to prevent its Berliners from fleeing to the capitalist West. The wall became a symbol of the Cold War and the tension between the two superpowers. The end of the Cold War marked the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. The historic conflict officially came to an end when US President George H.W. Bush and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev met in Malta and symbolically declared the Cold War over.